So hi virtualists, today we're here at Maksimir Park in Zagreb, Croatia, talking about the 6 exclusive rights that attach to copyrights that attach to creative works that are protectable under copyright laws internationally, particularly under the Berne Convention. So the 6 exclusive rights that attach to copyrights that protect creative works that are protectable under copyright laws internationally are the right to copy, and that means also to distribute copies or make copies available. That's publication. So, copying, publication, adaptation, derivative works, public performance, public display. A lot of these are overlapping. Publication is interesting, and the publication over the publication online is different than publication as it was envisioned under the Berne Convention, and like when Victor Hugo advocated on behalf of these rights, and like whenever that was in France. Like, what is it to publish a work online? Is it making a work available online for viewing, or is that more public display? Is it more so making a work available for download? Maybe that's more implicating the copy, aspect of the exclusive right. Is it making available a work for streaming? Well, that typically falls under the public performance rights. So it's like publishing a work online, a lot of times whether or not the work is published depends on the type of work that we're talking about. So, and the manner in which it was published. Has it been published to the whole internet, or has it been published or made available or viewable only to a select group of people? Like, for example, your friends and family. Like, let's say you post a photo on Facebook and your photo isn't publicly available per se, but your photo is available to your friends and family. Has that photo been published? Does that that a work needs to be registered within a certain time frame after publication, in order for that work to be capable of being protected and the copyright enforced in courts in the United States. And most online service providers, are located in the United States. So when you want to enforce your copyright, most likely you're talking about enforcing it under United States laws, because in the terms of service agreements that we click agree to all the time without looking through them, they name the jurisdiction for most disputes as the United States. And so if you would need to, as a copyright owner, enforce your copyright related to content that you've posted online, particularly to like social media platforms or YouTube, Google, anywhere where it's searchable and findable using Google, which is the internet, right? Facebook, Instagram, all of these companies are headquartered in the United States. So they have subsidiaries elsewhere, but your terms of service agreement most likely bring you back to the United States for these types of disputes and that type of dispute resolution. So it's important to understand what are the requirements of U.S. law that pertain to copyright enforcement. Adaptation. So that's the right to, for example, if you have for a literary work, if you've written a book, then adaptation would be the right to write a screenplay based on that book. If you have a song or a composition, which would be a musical score, and a composition of a musical work is the copyright that attaches to the musical score and the lyrics of a musical work. It's not the sound recording. That's a different right that attaches to the actual performance and capturing of a performance of a musical work in a fixed medium. So that's sound recording, but we're talking about composition. So if you have a musical work, let's say you have the copyright to the composition of a musical work, then adaptation would protect, which is the musical score and the lyrics. Then adaptation applies to the translation of the lyrics to that song. Copy, your adaptation, your publication, you have your derivative works. So derivative works would be more so remixes. Like if you have a composition and someone wants to remix it, that would fall under derivative. Again, your right of public performance and your right of public display. So those are the 6 exclusive rights: copying, publication, adaptation, derivative works, public performance, and public display. Public performance tends to also impact it impacts all copyrights, because you could read a book aloud, or you could read a play in public, or you could perform a play. Display, as you can imagine, is one of the more important, utilized exclusive rights for visual artists and people who control visual works. Okay.